Welcome to a Carlton Witch Ramble that is going to contain a fair bit of fucking magic, okay? Because if there's something that you should know about me, it's that I am very fucking impatient. And I'm currently very fucking impatient with this whole Charlie Curnow situation. So I thought I would do what I have the skill to do, whether or not you're going to believe it. Balls in your court. But if not, let's just say, for the sake of having this online, that this is for entertainment purposes and that anything that resembles the real life situations of anybody is simply coincidence. Okay? So let's quickly just go through a few of the things that are going on for Mr. Charlie Curnow right now in his energy. Okay? So we are in a very fucking intense time energetically. Whether you're magic or not, whether you believe in astrology or not, whether you think the universe gives us energy that we can work with on a daily basis or not, doesn't fucking matter, because the truth of the matter is we are in a once in a lifetime window of energy that none of us have seen before, that none of us will see again. The cycles that have made this possible, they're based in science, okay? Where the planets are, how they aspect each other. So those certain things are 250 years, 160 years, 130 years, big, massive cycles that we are never going to see again. So we're in this window now of change, which is particularly interesting when we're thinking of somebody like Mr. Charlie Curnow. So the Pisces eclipse that we had on the 8th, one of the meanings of that energetically was that we were being separated from something that is not for us. Now we are on the continuation process of being separated from things that aren't for us. And that is happening between now and the 22nd. And then, eclipse energy is very intense. So, we say 1 month before and after the actual eclipses is when we'll start seeing the changes. And then they play out over the next 6 months. Okay. But these are 9-year cycles, 18-year cycles. Okay. These are big cycles. And again, these are not ones that we are going to experience again. So, what is going on in the map of Charlie's psyche, as given energy by the universe, is a number of things. His ego self, his inner belief system, and where he finds discipline, his luck, growth, and how he expands his life, his past karmic energy, his family, generational, ancestral kind of energy, and his ability to bring sudden change, right? And have epiphanies. All of those energies are being supercharged to help this eclipse release him from something that isn't his. Okay. So he is currently being asked to expand this idea of what and who he was and to overcome this fear of being powerless, these past traumatic situations, which belong to him, but also they are generational and ancestral. And he's being asked to overcome those things, right? Now, the reason he's being asked to overcome those things is because there is something authentic about him, which we have all seen that spark, but there is something authentic about him that is required, right? We all have a little bit of stardust that has some kind of point to being here. And everywhere that we have this Aquarius energy right now, we're being asked to use it. We're being asked to find it. And that's going to have to involve going into the dark corners of your psyche, finding all of the parts of you that you hid away because they were not understood growing up, because they were not understood at school, because they were not understood in early relationships. And for Charlie, one of the things that he is facing currently right now for another week and a half is this energy that is saying to him, let's think about all of the times that you didn't put your own needs first. Let's think about all of the times when you zipped your lips when you should have fucking said something about not being happy. So he's in this space where he is being truly asked to speak up for what he wants in relation to who he is authentically. And this Pisces eclipse is going to be separating people and removing things from our lives that are no longer for us. So the outcome of this whole trade situation is going to determine whether or not Charlie is meant to stay at Carlton, but I'm fucking impatient. And if you're impatient, let's use a skill that I like to call tapping into the fucking energy and asking it, what the actual fuck? Okay. So if you're going to not tell us, Carlton, Charlie, I'm going to ask the cards again. So let's get, firstly, the energy that you are dealing with right now, Mr. Charlie Curnow. Let's be specific here. What is the energy of Charlie on his holiday right now? Magic is real, my friends. Right. From the below to the above, transition. Between two worlds, transition. The sadness of letting go. Interesting. Let's get a little bit more information on these cards. From the below to the above. Shift your gaze from the path below to what is above you, for it is to these higher places you will journey to next. Learn what lies upon the next mountain. For when you do so, the gift you hold within you will find exactly the right time. Okay. Sometimes the gulf between the old world and the world yet to come feels like a chasm. It doesn't feel possible to bridge that gap, to somehow make it to the other side. So for a while, we slump, we go into ourselves in the denying and destructive old ways. And just at this point, a sign will appear. And suddenly, the gap will not seem so huge. Oh, we are tapping into that one much, much further. What will the sign be? What will the sign be? Okay. Sometimes when we feel very alone, we have trouble letting go. But when we meet another, a companion who is like us, yet unlike us, their presence can help us open to new possibilities that show us who we could be. Trust yourself most of all, but accept the help of those whose kindness and care are unmistakable. You know what that is, right? Come on. That's his beautiful partner. I love her energy. Every time she comes out, she's got very nice energy. All right, I want a little bit more details on what this sign is that makes us know where we're going, please. What is this sign? We're going to bust these babies out. Okay. What is the sign for Charlie? His dream in the distance here. Need to get my little Google Translator up because my Italian's not great. So bear with me. Waiting in expectation for his dream to come true. He has no power over it, but he's determined and excited to move forward into success. Okay. So the sign, while he's waiting, please. That popped out. The fucking devil. It did pop out in reverse, right? So it is, the sign is realizing that he has overcome some old patterns. Very interesting. Okay. Okay. Who's stuck in there? Oh, that's interesting. Knight of Swords being talked about, but also something coming towards you. What message do you have for Charlie? And by that, I mean, what message do you have for us in regards to what's coming in for Charlie? What's the energy around Charlie right now in regards to Carlton and football? Thank you. Okay. Hierophant, signifying a new journey, right? But signifying a new spiritual journey, but also signifying the end and the fucking beginning of something here. Now, the Two of Cups in reverse Something's unaligned. Something doesn't fit. Something is not the right fit, is what that is telling me. And this, something about to be revealed, the blindfold coming off, and the complete life-changing moment. I want to know about that life-changing moment, please. What is this tower? What is this tower, please? Justice. Balance. So the number 8 is transformation. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. So, now, this justice that's coming in, right? It's like somebody getting, oh, of course it is. Thank you. This is somebody getting to decide what is justice for him, right? This is like somebody having a say that he's not really having a say in, okay? Now, that has got to do, definitely it's got to do with money, because this next one, economy. Now, this particular card is about being able to obtain the maximum benefit with the minimum sacrifice. Maximum benefit, minimum sacrifice. You see? Somebody getting to decide that in regards to him. Now, over here, we've got not having to do something alone, right? Like really not having to do something alone, not having to come up with any of this, and like sort of coming out of hiding is another way, right? But like this is like almost coming out of hiding in a very extravagant way. Victorious. So this tower moment right here that is about to be revealed to him is going to be the result of somebody getting to decide money, right? Like how and what needs to be balanced and how much money is important over what is actually needed, right? What actually makes you happy. Now, one of the things that this Pisces moon was asking was exactly that. What do you do that's just for joy? And making sure that what you're giving back, how you're putting your creative energy out into the universe is from a point of joy, not from money. So this really seems to me like he's becoming okay with taking a pay cut because he's realizing that what Carlton is paying and what somebody else was paying, and I'm going to say the Gold Coast, okay? I'm just not seeing Sydney, right? That what somebody else is paying, while it might not be the same dollar digit, that sort of extra money, that the energy of that extra money that's now not really around, right? That's now not being offered. That was kind of to cover the fuckery that comes from having to be out in the public eye, that comes with having to be a Carlton football player, right? Where everyone's looking at you, where everyone has these ideas about who you're supposed to be, right? So the pay cut, it doesn't matter, right? Money is energy. And if Charlie is anything, he is someone who can see something from a different perspective. And he understands, well, you know what? I'll take that pay cut if I get to be calmer, right? This is almost that realization here, right? And then leading to victory. Okay. What sort of victory? What sort of victory here? Is he moving on or staying? Okay, so 10 of Swords, right? So something being healed here. I'm also being told to look at the Gemini energy. Uranus is in Gemini and it's retrograde. And it moved into Gemini at the start of July. So what was Charlie doing at the start of July? And how has he been able to move on through that, right? Because this is the card of healing something, right? So he's healing something that was on his mind at the start of July, and he's doing so because of love, right? He's doing so because of love, and he has this new way of seeing the world, and he's manifesting something new into that. And I keep getting this Queen of Swords on the bottom. And the last time I felt the energy of his partner, I was feeling an air sign. I was feeling an air sign. So I think this is her. Okay, I think this is her energy here. And I think she has a huge part to this thing that he's been healing. Empress in reverse. Ooh. Okay, so this is like being okay that it's below what people think he's worth. Again, with the money here. Like, because the Six of Swords is like moving into peace, right? And so this is really saying that it's okay that it's below what you think I'm worth because the peace is priceless. And I'm walking away towards this dream, right? But this is also an Aquarius energy. So this is him as well. And I'm walking away toward this new dream, toward this new idea that I want to move towards, right? Because I'm not having a fucking good time. My inner child's not happy. I'm not feeling like I can be any kind of playful. And I'm just constantly fucking stressed out, is really what that energy is. Okay. This is really answering the question in a way that I didn't want it to. And there it fucking is. Now she got a suitcase and she looked pretty free. So what do you think that means? That's all I think we can say. I'm going to get a little bit of clarity on that, but there she is on the bottom again. There she is on the bottom again. Clarify this moving forward energy of the Three of Wands, please. Again. Fucking again. Making a deal. Making a deal. Right? Making a deal because realizing, again, this is about money, okay? This is like making a deal, but also having to deal with loss, okay? Like also having to deal with this idea of loss. But this is also making a deal, right? And this is Aquarius energy, and this is like the stars. So this is like a dream come true. But this is about having to make a deal because you realize that you're aging, that you're injured, right? That there's something not yeah, overcoming your ego for money. Okay. Like this realization that my peace is priceless. And so even if I take a pay cut, I'm still getting more. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? Because this is something unexpected. What is this? What's unexpected, please? Oh, I see. Oh, oh, this is going to piss people off. Literally. They're going to make this announcement. People are going to be confused, upset. There's going to be a lot of fucking crying. Charlie is moving on, my friends. So if you're watching this, controversy. I fucking knew it. Charlie is moving on. Can you give me any? Is it Sydney? Is Charlie going to Sydney? Interesting. This is like declaring that it is worth, right? The worth is correct for going to Sydney. But there's something about old patterns or something from the past that Sydney doesn't align with. Okay. Is it Gold Coast? Is it Gold Coast? Is it Gold Coast? Charlie Curnow going on an adventure to the fucking Gold Coast, my friends. Give me the energy of Charlie signing his contract at the Gold Coast, please. Like the seasons, I too have known darkness, but I rise again, reborn in my own light. Good luck, Charlie. I have a soft spot for the Gold Coast, and I think you'll look fabulous in red. Stay weird, my friends, and prepare for the announcement. Go Blues. And Charlie, you can always come and get a direct reading off me. Or at least let me know that I was correct.